everybody, and welcome to another session of Creativity Time. My name is Tatiana. I stamp and blog under Tatiana Creative, and I am here to spend some time being creative and hopefully to inspire you to be creative too. Today we are going to take a look at a new suite that's coming out in the, let me get this right, July to December mini catalogue. Demonstrators can now order from this catalogue, and those demonstrators who joined the Stampin' Up Creative Now event were able to buy this a while ago, which I did and haven't even touched it. I love it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just haven't had the time to touch it, so I thought today we should use it. It is a stunning suite. Let's just flip down and take a look because I don't know how to describe it. The designer series paper is amazing. It is so beautiful. So let's flip, and I don't know why that's looking very dark. I might just nope, that's not right. Not there, that one. Oh, I don't know why that's so dark. Oh, and then there's the reflection. Well, as you can tell, the designer series paper is there. How can I describe it? It is shimmery. It is gorgeous. It is stunning. So it comes in Calypso Coral, Copper, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Sahara Sand, and Soft Sea Foam. I would say this is the Copper. So that's, you get 2 sheets of each. Honestly, the lighting is terrible and I apologize that. And then on the reverse, they're plain. They're not foiled, but stunning as well. So this is Calypso Coral, I would say. This one's not foil. It's more pearlized. It is absolutely gorgeous, and that's in Soft Sea Foam. And then pretty design on the back, I would say. Oh, this must be Sahara Sand. So it's a very floral and organic, and another Sahara Sand. So you've got shiny and then some beautiful texture. I'm absolutely in love with this paper. This is definitely Fresh Freesia, and Fresh Freesia on the back. I would say this is Soft Sea Foam as well. Or maybe the other one was Pool Party and this is Soft Sea Foam. Oh, I can't tell. They're so beautiful. It doesn't matter. They're beautiful. I really love how you can cut this off and get some beautiful card fronts. This is definitely Soft Sea Foam. And then the final sheet, again, you could cut it in half and make 6 card fronts that are absolutely gorgeous. And then pretty designs on the back. And the stamp set is called Splendid Thoughts. It's got this organic greenery, a little bee, beautiful sentiments, and it's red rubber and some coordinating dies. So from my understanding, there's a die to cut out that, yep, and you can cut out that one as well. So there, and then the rest create some outlines. Oh, and the buzzy bee can be die cut out, and that's like a little pot. And part of this suite is the open leaf trinket. What's with the lighting today? I don't know. Trying to catch the right. Don't like the shadows. And some beautiful ribbon. So this is in Soft Sea Foam and it's called Seam Binding. Just going to open this up. And I'm going to go with the colors and the beautiful softness of the paper. So first off, let's create a, oh, I haven't decided on card base. I know that I'm going to use the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I'm going to use Sending Hugs and I'm using the Beautiful Shapes dies, and I've picked this one. It's got some organic shapes as well as some embossing, and I know that I want to do that on some soft sea foam. So let's start with that. Actually, let's stamp the sentiment first. See, this is how much I have not used it. I haven't even taken them out of the red rubber. I said sending hugs, didn't I? There, that's the one. So everyone's very quiet again today. I hope you are well, staying warm or staying cool if you're in the northern hemisphere of the world. Here in Australia, we have definitely got winter going. I am in my hoodie. I also bought the Stampin' Up hoodie, which I absolutely love, but I think I should exchange it for a smaller size. So I don't know what to do. So I'm not wearing it. It only came yesterday or the day before, so I've got time to decide. I love the length. So I love that it's really long because I went with the bigger one. And that's all fine and dandy, but it's a little bit big. But is that bad? I don't know. So I'm using Versamark, and I'm going to heat emboss in white the sentiment. That's my new white powder. Tap, 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 tap. Now I know that this is white and it's a fairly light cardstock, but I have a trick up my sleeve that'll help bring out the sentiment. I've got some more powder on there. Put that to one side and bring out the heat tool. Oh, this feels nice and warm on my fingers. There we go. The magic has happened. And now I'm going to take soft sea foam ink and a blending brush. Will this one be okay? Didn't get a grid paper out today. Just grab a small grid. You know, the one for Stamparatus. It's got some ink coming off it, but it's not too bad. I think I need a light pale green blending brush. Nope, don't have any spares. Oh, here's one that's barely been used. Don't want that other ink to transfer, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of the soft sea foam and blend it over the sentiment. Now it's subtle and camera may not pick up the subtlety, but I am definitely seeing it, and I think the camera is picking it up. It's yay. It's also kind of creating like a halo around the sentiment. So there we go, that's totally picked up, you can see that. And that just makes the sentiment stand out that much. That little bit more, just what you need for something like this. Now I'm going to place my die and die cut that out. Kind of centering the sentiment. Oops. Well, it's time for a new sticky thing. Oh, come on. Be kidding me. what's happening today. It's the coldness. Nobody's laughing at me, which is good. And let's bring out Mini Bailey to die cut that out. And can you see there's embossing around that? So that's just going to add that little extra fun element to our card project. Okay, so now that I've got that done, let's see. Definitely want to use some foil. Let's try to see which one. I do like that, but too pale. That could be fun. Ooh, that combination would be really good too. The fresh freesia. I want those two. Let's go with the fresh freesia. So I am going to make a card base out of fresh freesia to coordinate with the DSP. And I like to make mine top folding and portrait. Let's go there. Where's my bone folder? There. And I'm going to have some DSP, not centered, but slightly off edge. Let's see, about that much off. Not much off. So that's about what? 2 centimeters, so 4 centimeters smaller. Let's cut this in half first. I'm trying to find the best way to cut the paper so that I'm not wasting it. About totally yay wide. So about 6 centimeters wide. There we go. And now I've got a strip. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to cut a strip 1.5 centimeters. That'll go on the inside of the card. It's always fun to put a bit of strip of DSP inside, and that will need just a little bit of shortening. There we go. And this one, 1, 2, 3. Let's try here. About 12 centimeters. Let's see how we like. Yes, I like it. And that can be used for another project. And now we're going to stamp. I'm going to create some leaves. I'm just thinking, should we use both set of leaves or just... Let's use both set of leaves. So I need to mount both of those. And as you see, I take the sticker and place it onto my block to mount stamps. This was a trick taught. I saw it from another demonstrator. I can't remember who. Sorry if that was you. I really appreciate the trick. Couldn't find the video again to give credit, but I never take the credit. And then you peel it off. And it just means, because you're looking through the clear block, onto the stamp, you can really line it up. Otherwise, you're placing this down onto there, onto the sheet, and you can't actually quite see where it lines up. Whereas through the clear block, you can absolutely see. Then you get the perfect alignment of the sticker. And what color should we use? I'm going to go with soft succulent. I'm kind of shocked at myself. I am not a massive fan of soft succulent, but I think this will work very nicely with our colors here. So, inking that up. Yes, that is definitely the right choice. Oh, let's get 2 of these. No, let's get 3 of these. And 2 of these. Now I want to use the filler. Clean my stamps. And I like to keep them on the sticker sheet because then I don't have to count my stamps. I can visually see which one goes where and visually know that if I'm missing one. It's my preference. You don't have to. You can certainly stick them on the back of the case, and that would be a really good solution too. And being red rubber, you're not going to see exactly where you're placing this. This doesn't even line up. Ah, there we go. It does. Sorry, my bad. Lines up about yay, but it's supposed to be a loose watercolor kind of look. So it's not supposed to cover all of the leaves or fill them all in. And I think we might use soft seafoam for that. Stamp those after we die cut them out because I'm not sure quite of the positioning. So we need that die and this die, and if I trim that, it should fit into the mini Stampin' Up emboss machine. Ah, okay, that's right. Cutting them up so that we can get them through the emboss machine. Well, the mini. I don't want to bring out. Jeez, I haven't had caffeine today. Clearly I need to. Okay. And so the die hugs the image. And then you run it through. Okay, so some ink to these leaves. Where's the other one there? So I'm stamping in soft sea foam, kind of lining them up. It's just supposed to be textural. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it doesn't perfectly line up. So you're never going to be able to do that. Yeah. Is it too much green now? So we've got our that there. We've got sending hugs. And then we're going to add. Okay, I like it. Let's close the ink pad before I get fingers and, I was going to say fingers and toes, but it would be pretty impressive to get toes into an ink pad. Particularly on a desk when you're wearing shoes. I'm going to place that right there. Up both there. So let's just arrange. A bit of flower arranging. I have thought maybe I should take a flower arranging course, and that might help with my card making. So yep, I like it. I like it, I like it. And what I'm going to do is totally cheat in the way that I'm adhering this down. So I'm going to grab some tear and tape and place it across right there. And that, I think actually, wait, I know it's going to be covered by the sentiment, but I think it's actually caught all the pieces, so I don't even need to add any glue at all. So that, but before I put the sentiment down, I'm going to, oh, we wanted to put some of these in. That can be, hold on. Too many ideas. Only two hands and too many ideas. Where do I put the ribbon? Hello, there you are. Okay, so now I'm going to add some ribbon across here. I'm going to take the backing sheet, the release paper off the tear and tape. There we go. Making sure I go too beyond the sentiment. Just that visually elegantness. Excellent. And what I love about tear and tape is that I can reposition my ribbon a little bit because I've used tear and tape. So I've just made the ribbon closer together. And now I'm going to trim it. I always try to keep the end on the spools because otherwise you're going to trim off a piece. So I've only lost that tiny little piece there, but the rest I have not lost at all. Now this is going to go on some dimensionals. So I'll grab those. And comments have disappeared again. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Almost done. I've got these which I die cut out. Do we want to put them in? Well, they're too pale. Oh, thanks, Margaret. There we go. Comments are working. Do we think if we need the extra? No, let's not use those. Let's use the, let's see, because that can easily go under there. Oh, I like that. Let's put, so I've used two, or I am going to use two open leaf trinkets. And the best way I can think of adhering these down is a glue dot. So I'm picking a spot for the glue dot that has a fair bit of, so I'm picking that middle bit in there. And that way, more of the glue dot is adhered to the trinket. There we go. And we can't forget the card, or the inside of the card, nor the envelope. So grabbing, I like to have pre-cut card bases there. And where did I put that? Oh, the desk is a mess, but isn't that a sign of a good crafting session? Oh, let's use one of these on the inside, underneath. Nah. Oh, yeah, actually that's quite cute. So, what I'm gonna do is normally I would put the glue on that side, but since I'm adding this in, actually that could be used. We can use a glue dot for that as well. A lot more secure. There. And I did trim this a bit too. Oh no, perfect. I thought it was taller than it needed to be, but it's not. And that will go inside the card. And one more thing left to do is the envelope. So for the envelope, I'm going to, I think I'm going to stamp the envelope flap. I love doing that. So I'll grab another grid paper sheet, cover the table. So I always put the flap into some grid and then there, and grab this one and use the soft succulent once again. There, that's fun. And thanks, Joe. Let's see. The true fun nature of that filler stamp comes out now, because I'm using it at its full capacity. Oh, isn't that fun? And let's close that up. So there we go. There is a Sending Hugs project using the Splendid Day Suite. Hope that you've enjoyed that. So let's take a look at it one more time. Isn't that gorgeous? Really loving the soft colors in this suite. Of course, you could make these, use the stamp sets with bright colors. It doesn't matter what colors you use. I was just inspired by the designer series paper. You could be inspired by something else. That is the beauty of creativity, that we can all be inspired by different things and create our own unique projects. And I am very passionate about being creative. In fact, I never feel the same, never feel quite myself when I can't express my creativity. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you can join me next week, 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, for another creativity time session where I'll create another project. Okay, bye for now.